And welcome into 280 Sports and Lifestyle here as another episode of I'm Mark when on the mic, or hyphenated. I can't do that, so figure it out yourself. This is Tuesday evening. We're a couple days behind, but we are back with you to share our thoughts, share a few laughs, and some more stuff along the way. Many ways for you to get involved. Go to our Facebook page, X, Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of the proper podcasting channels as well, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music as well. And don't forget to visit our home base, e5280sports.com, for all of that goodness as well. On-demand videos, shows, and blogs and stuff like that as well. Mark, how the heck are you?
Good. Busy. Finally, I'm glad to finally get some time to sit down and be able to talk about some sports, some entertainment, have some fun, share some laughs. It's been a crazy weekend. So
yeah. So a lot has gone down personally in the since we last spoke. So dealing with all that mess as well. But yeah, glad to finally sit down and get this done. I'm excited. Is it wrong that I'm more excited for the entertainment portion than the sports version? Is that
not this time of year? This time of year, I think it's made for the entertainment side.
Yeah, seems like it. But we'll dive into what are you watching here in a second half of the program. We'll dive into let's check the Cinephiles. Yes, still weird. And we'll spin the wheel and all that fun as well. If you want to get involved, go to all those proper channels I just mentioned seconds ago. And if you want to spin the wheel, if you want to watch something and come on and talk it up with us, you could do that as well. But let's dive into what are you watching. By the way, I promise we'll have some produced segment openings here soon, hopefully. Got them sent to me. They are recorded. Just got to put them together. So hopefully we will have that soon. But yeah, what are you watching? Do you want to start with what are we not watching? What are we still watching, I guess, so to speak? Because a lot of our lists are probably the same as last week. But what do you want to start with?
Let's start with the not watching. I got one new one to add in there. For me, it's this is our year, fools. It's getting worse now that the season's getting ready to start for football. And it just seems like the Bears and the Cowboys and the Raiders, all three of those teams.
I will say, as a Bears fan, it's not our year.
No, not even close. And like,
maybe not the next 5 either.
And what's crazy to me is that they get this idea just because last season when Caleb Williams got the win in Lambeau because Green Bay started their second and third stringers because we knew we were already in the playoffs. Like they take that as some notion that it really is their year. It drives me nuts. The Cowboys are doing the same thing.
It's the Cowboys year every year.
Right. Exactly. And then, like I said, the Raiders, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of great changes. Pete Carroll, Russ going over there, what have you. However, folks, I just want to remind everybody, there's still the Raiders, there's still the Bears, and there's still the Cowboys. Matter of fact, there was this hilarious video that I watched. This girl recorded her boyfriend. She was like, hey, if it snowed in Alaska the last 30 years in December, would you bet money that it's going to snow again this year? And he was like, well, absolutely. I've got all the data to prove that it snowed last 30 years there. She goes, if I got data to prove that in the last 30 years that this tree would grow an inch every year, would you bet money that tree would go an inch every year? And he was like, absolutely. I got all the data to back up that it's going to grow an inch every year. And she goes, then why in the hell would you bet on the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl when they haven't been there in the last 30 years?
Yeah, it is crazy. Every year they're starting out 17-0.
Yeah, and it just it's and like at some point I'm like, okay, you guys got to understand that the game isn't played on paper. I don't care who you sign or got rid of or what your division looks like. At some point in time, you got to go out there and actually really take those snaps and play the game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a little annoyed with those people as well. But it, like you said, it's mostly the same teams every year. If you notice, the good teams never say it's our year; they just go out and prove it. So that, yeah, like the Patriots now, they're quiet now because they know that they know that they'll never have what they used to have. So
reality came and slapped them in the face.
Yeah, definitely. So that is funny. All right, on mine, ties in with the WNBA, of course. If you're used to watching us, huge W fan here, and the injuries, especially for, I guess, my inherited team, which, Mark, I've never inherited a team. You live in a state that doesn't have one of the professional teams. I get it. You kind of either go to the state that's closest. You might be a bandwagoner and just choose a winning team, whatever. But obviously in Denver, there is no WNBA team. So I kind of dubbed the Indiana. I like a lot of WNBA teams, but obviously Indiana Fever. Been a Caitlin Clark fan since her beginning years at Iowa. So I kind of been following her career. But, I mean, the Indiana Fever almost can't catch a break while they're still maintaining kind of good basketball on the floor, Mark. They just can't catch a break when it comes to the injury bug. They say Caitlin Clark is making progress, still not even like full participant at practice with the groin injury. Honestly, with 14 games left, why even push it? You're in the 5th seed right now. I was going to say coasting. You're not coasting to a playoff spot, but you're in good playoff position. And, I mean, you might as well just sit the rest of the 14 games and get her ready for the playoffs. But then in the same game, in a bad loss to the LA Sparks, to the Phoenix Mercury, the Ari McDonald, who they've brought back when the Caitlin Clark injury stuff was going down, she broke her foot in that game, out for the rest of the season. And then the other point guard, Sydney Colson, tore her ACL in that same game, and she is out for the rest of the season. So they signed Odyssey Sims to a hardship contract. So we'll see what she brings to the team. We saw a freaking Sophie Cunningham running point the other night against Chicago, and of course, poor Chicago just can't really beat anybody. But
can't get out of their own way, losing by 22, losing by double digits once again.
Yeah, so it's just kind of been a rotating lineup for the Fever. We saw Sophie Cunningham. It looks like Kelsey Mitchell is just a true born to be point guard, but she is a little bit better off the ball. And she, 7 3-pointers made one of the other games a couple games ago. So Kelsey Mitchell's been on a tear. Actually just took over the scoring lead in the WNBA, Mark, with like 720 points. So she's the number one scoring in terms of total points right now. Asia Wilson just went crazy the other day too. She had like 30 points and 20 rebounds. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, the injury bug hitting the Fever pretty hard. Like I said, they're still pushing out victories a little. Again, they had a bad loss against the Sparks last week. They had a bad loss against the Mercury. They had a get-right game against Chicago. So hopefully they will be right tonight as well. So, just the injury bug. We saw a couple other injuries around the league. Glad that Sabali is back for the Mercury. Good to see her back in the lineup. Tina Charles went down. The legend Tina Charles went down for the Connecticut Sun. Don't know what her timetable is. I mean, we've seen just all these players in and out of lineups because of injuries. So it's been difficult, especially for the Fever. But it's always that next man up mentality, or next woman up in this case mentality. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, it's tough to watch. And looking ahead at their schedule, I think you're right. I couldn't agree more. Keep Caitlin out. Anybody else who's got nagging injuries, start getting ready for postseason ball. I think the Lynx are really going to be their toughest one on the way out. I mean, maybe the Sparks or the Valkyries give them something to work hard for, but I don't see them losing those games. Really, just two games against the Lynx are going to be tough. So I mean, hunker down, get through it.
Yeah, so we'll see. I love the Lynx, by the way. We'll get into them here on the watching side when I talk about more of the W. All right, what do you got? Not watching.
Not watching. I'm going to continue to add to this bandwagoner. This is our year. I'm getting real sick, but I'm shifting it to baseball. I'm getting real sick of the Dodgers. Don't get me wrong. On paper, phenomenal roster, a lot of mega superstars, if you will. But they have been absolutely atrocious the second half of the season, and nothing's promised anymore. Okay, the Padres are only a game out of first place, and they've been chasing them since June 10th. This is the first time that they've been one game out. So, I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, you've got the players, but how they've been playing, I don't understand how they can be ranked so high in the PowerPoints. I don't understand how everything's just a shoe-in for them. You've got Shohei Ohtani, who really hasn't done much to anything to help the team win. Michael Conforto is a joke when it comes to the bat. The whole team in general to me is just an absolute bust. And for whatever reason, ESPN and everybody else they're still a shoe-in. Doesn't make sense to me. Tired of hearing it.
Yeah, and we'll see what the latest news just coming down. I saw today that a Hawaii real estate investor and broker are suing Shohei Ohtani and his agent that got them fired from the 240 luxury housing department on the Big Island that they were there to endorse. So we'll see if that affects anything. I'm sure the Dodgers were glad to get Shohei back on the mound for a couple games. So we'll see. Yeah, that's something to watch in the standings. But if I can transition, still not watching baseball. Perfect transition. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously been terrible in Colorado. I think they got beginning of August pretty much, and they just got like their first series win of the year. So it has just been atrocious. It's been terrible. It's been just in every sense of the word bad here in Denver when it comes to the baseball team. And but I'm gonna expand on that, and I'm gonna say you could not give me a free ticket to this Savannah Bananas bull crap. It looks like maxi golf to me, and everyone who posted on social media that they went to the Bananas game in Denver, everyone I posted on their maxi golf. So yeah, I maybe I have to go to, I guess, appreciate it, Mark, but it does not look like real baseball. It does not look, maybe I'm just a traditionalist, an old soul, whatever you want to call it, and maybe it's fun for kids, maybe, I don't know, but again, you could not hand me, to be honest, I didn't even know they were here until I saw everybody posting about it. That's how not in tune I'm with it. So no maxi baseball for me.
No, in all honesty, I did go to a Savannah Bananas game. I think it was last year or the year before when they were down here and played at the Cubs spring training field in Mesa. It honestly is a ball. I mean, it is a good time. The crowd's very much involved. The players are very much involved with the crowd. It's not too far away from baseball. They've really only, it's like watching the Harlem Globetrotters. All it is trick plays, get you extra points. And like I said, more fan involvement. It was a good time. The only thing that I'm disappointed in within the Savannah Banana, and I don't know if it's their organization, but like anything else, when they get big, they stop caring as much about getting people to the games, and they start overcharging the hell out of everybody. When I went, it wasn't too bad to get in there. I think with my entire family, it was less than a couple $100. Now I'm seeing it's like a couple $100 a ticket. So that I am disappointed in. Like I said, I understand you get big, things change. Unfortunately, I don't see them changing for the better. But they've opened it up, and they've opened it up for other teams to start being able to do the same thing. And I think it's fun. Like I said, it's a good time. I would definitely recommend going. No regrets, other than, like I said, nowadays the price.
Yeah, no regrets on that one. But I don't know. Again, maybe and maybe I'll be the PGA Tour to the Savannah's maxi golf, and just try to bring it back to to the traditional way. But yeah, again, never was interested in the Harlem Globetrotters either. So there you go. I don't know. Maybe it's just weird. I don't know. All right. Anything else on your not watching list?
No, my third thing, my last thing was the Shohei thing. I just wanted to point out once again, it's not him, it's his people. Once again, he has no idea what's going on in his bank account. Once again, he has no idea that he's screwing over somebody by multi-million dollars. He's always innocent, never knows what's going on, and I'm sick of it. He should have gotten banned from baseball for gambling. He's still out there screwing people over, still doing shiesty moves. I don't understand. I mean, I understand he's a globally known player, but it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting story. I, again, didn't really, dive too deep into it. I just saw it come across. And obviously, yeah, going back a couple months where he had to fire his translator because he was blaming his translator on all this. I guess it's just been a weird story that I guess we'll continue to follow. I guess the last thing for me, Mark, again, I don't know what's happening to me. Just not interested in preseason football at all. I chose, obviously, the Indiana Fever over the Denver Broncos preseason game on Saturday. So that was what I was watching instead of preseason football. I mean, I guess it's cool. Shedeur had a good game for the Cleveland Browns, still listed, by the way, as number 4 on their depth chart, which is, I don't know if that's surprising or not to whoever you ask, but still number 4 on the old depth chart. Didn't even pass Joe Flacco, who didn't even play it down in that game. So we'll see. What do you make of, what do you see the future for Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland? Is he playing to be traded? Do we want Cleveland to free him? Because let's face it, Cleveland basically is where a career goes to die. And unless you're Joe Flacco and you don't want to be noticed anymore, that you're like a 42-year-old dude still in the league, which I guess congrats to him for making it this long. But,
True.
I mean, what do you see the future for Shedeur in Cleveland?
I think he's one of those players where as soon as he ties his cleats, everybody's going to tweet out, oh, he tied his cleats today, he's ready to go. I think as soon as he gets a new sponsor, everybody's going to jump all over it. Listen, nothing against the kid. Frankly, I'm not impressed. Who cares? He scored against the 2nd and 3rd Street defense. Oh, well. For me, you still lost the Alamo Bowl. For me, you're still not impressive. I mean, I think he's riding on the coattails of his father and has gotten a lot of attention for his mouth like his dad used to do, but his dad could at least back it up with his play. Shedeur, in my opinion, has never been really tested or really put in a position to see if he's really going to be that guy. And I think there's way too much hype around this kid for let's face it, he got his jersey retired. And like I said, he didn't even win the Alamo Bowl. So, I mean, I don't know. For me, got a long road ahead of him, especially in Cleveland. Even Baker couldn't make it over there. So, yeah,
the list goes. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the picture of the the dude's jersey, and I mean, there's like 25 names on it. Yeah. If Baker and Johnny Football can't make it over there, I don't know.
Right. It's tough. But it's Cleveland in any Cleveland sport. I mean, look at LeBron. LeBron had a hard time in Cleveland, and I mean, it's just like Cleveland sports in general. And then, like I said, you got a kid who really didn't do much in college. And I'm really not a Shador hater. I'm really not. I think there's way too much hype with what he's actually accomplished. And for me, I think it's unfair to him because it's like, listen, everybody's talking about, he should be this or that or be the starter. And I'm like, wait a minute, guys. Like, what did he really do in college? Like, what did he really do that tells you that, he should be automatically starting? And, they're talking about that, if he gets the right protection week, maybe they can make the playoffs. I don't know. I think it's a little unfair. I think it's way too much nonsense going around.
Yeah, and maybe that's why Cleveland is putting him at number 4. So maybe the pressure's not on him, and maybe it sparks him. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, for Cleveland to get noticed, they have to put the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there. And I almost feel bad saying that because I have cousins in Ohio who are big Ohio sports fans, especially Cleveland fans. But yeah, it's been bad for them. Obviously, the LeBron years were good when he came back, but when he abandoned them and ditched them and pissed all over their dreams the first time, people were burning LeBron James jerseys in the streets and poking holes in the, what are those dolls called where you poke holes and
the voodoo dolls,
witchcraft and voodoo. So yeah, they've had obviously some bad times there, but hey, getting a WNBA team here in a couple of years, so that'll be fun for them. I text my cousins when that news came out, and I said I'm actually jealous that Cleveland's getting a team before Denver. So yeah.
God left Cleveland a long time ago, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right, let's switch it over to what we are watching, Mark, and I'll kick this one off. Still watching the W, obviously, kind of mentioned transitioning over from the injuries to the trade deadline that happened last Thursday, August 7th was the trade deadline, and you mentioned the Minnesota Lynx a little bit earlier. I mean, it is almost unfair that they got Dejanay Carrington from the Dallas Wings. Dejanay is one of those players where you hate her when she's playing against you, but love her when she's on your team. She was first team all defense last year. She was a comeback player of the year last year when she was on Connecticut. And I mean, she's just that feisty. She can knock down threes if you need her to, knock down mid-range if you need her to. The fast break, she's absolutely incredible. She's always out ahead of the pack, anticipating a pass. I mean, you add her obviously to the backcourt of Courtney Williams, Natisha Heidemann, and then I forgot to even mention Nafisa Collier, who's out right now with an ankle injury. Add her to the list, the MVP frontrunner this year. You add her to that line of Bridget Carlton, Alana Smith, Kayla McBride. I mean, they just have so much talent on that Minnesota team. I don't know how they lost the finals last year because they pretty much brought back the entire same team this year. And then you add a player of Dejanay's, I guess, aptitude and skill set to that team. And like I said, it's almost unfair that they were able to snag her from the Dallas Wings. So that was maybe the biggest move in the WNBA trade deadline. Also, we know who J.C. Sheldon is now because of if you watch Big Ten basketball, you know that her and Caitlin Clark their two schools are big rivals, Ohio State and Iowa. And then a couple months ago, you saw Sophie Cunningham grab her hair, get into a big fight. She gets traded to the Washington Mystics, and I was kind of baffled by this move, Mark, because Washington is very guard heavy. You add her to a backcourt of Shug Sutton, one of my favorite players, obviously Lucy Olson, the rookie from Iowa, and then Washington, another big move, trades Brittany Sykes, Slim, over to Seattle for Alicia. I feel bad for Alicia Clark too because she just went back to Seattle in the offseason, Mark. She started her career there, won a championship there, won a couple more with Vegas, and then she goes back to Seattle. You know, she's in her 30s, or her time's kind of winding down, and then she gets traded. But I feel bad for J.C. Sheldon. This is literally only her second year in the league, Mark. She's been traded 3 times already, cannot find a home. I don't know if it's good that people want her, like are trading for her, but how does it look when you're being traded away from so many teams? I don't know if you're an asset or just, you know, a fall guy, whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, those were some of the big moves in the W.
Yeah, no, and you know, just touching on that last topic, getting traded to Washington, 3 games under 500, and just, I mean, that's tough for anybody. I do see her as an asset, but my thing is how do you lock in and still try and play at the top of your game, knowing that you're going to Washington? He's obviously had a rough year. I mean, that's got to be tough on any player in any situation.
Yeah, and you know, if you look at Connecticut, I guess they're obviously kind of, I don't know what Connecticut is doing, to be honest with you. They are dead last in the league, 5-20,
losing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were going to trade Marina Mabry at some point because she obviously feisty. She's the one who body checked Caitlin Clark to the ground, but I still love Marina Mabry. But I mean, she kind of deserves to be on a winning team. She got traded from Chicago to Connecticut. She thought, oh, I'm going from a obviously garbage team to a Connecticut Suns team who were in the playoffs last year. They're the ones who knocked Indiana out of the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah.
And so they go from playoffs to last in the league. So it's been terrible for Connecticut this year. I thought they were going to free Marina Mabry out of Connecticut. Obviously, I mentioned Tina Charles still there. She's out with an injury. So I really don't know. Washington, if they go on a run here, like you mentioned, 14-17 on the season, if they go on a little run here and get themselves around that 8th seed, because the top 8 seeds, it makes the playoffs. It really doesn't go by conference. It goes by league, because there's just not enough teams to kind of have 16 teams, obviously, in the playoffs. There's only 13 teams in the league. So you can't really do that. There'll be 15 next year. But, yeah, like I said, Minnesota, 27-5. Nobody's catching them. New York, Atlanta, Phoenix, and Indiana, top 5. Vegas, they've rattled off a few victories here, so they've got themselves in playoff position. And shout out to Golden State as well. Being an expansion team, Mark, this is almost unprecedented, especially in the WNBA. Expansion teams do not do this well. They were able to pick in the expansion draft, pick some pretty team, you know, build around a person kind of team, and it's been working out for them. So excited for the last couple weeks here, stretch run for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I think like, I don't know. I think the league's pretty much settled in where it's gonna be, at least playoff wise. You know, Washington might make a comeback and get that half a game back. But I think the top 8, or where it's at right now, is where it's gonna be. And look out for your top 5. That's where it's gonna battle. That's where they're gonna meet Minnesota in the final.
Yeah, I would put. I mean, I wouldn't put money on Minnesota right now because they're probably the favorite. You wouldn't win much back, but yeah, I would say betting favorites definitely the minute, and they just got better. So
yeah,
I mean, and when Nafisa Collier comes back to that team, I mean, it's scary.
They're going to be deadly.
Yeah,
they're going to be deadly.
Scary for the rest of the league. All right, Mark, what do you got anything you're continuing with, or anything you got something new?
Well, just continue with the Padres. Touched on it a little earlier. Only a game out of first place to win the National League West since, I don't know, the Clinton administration. So this will be fun. I'm excited to see how this ends up. Made a lot of good moves at the end there, or at the trade deadline. Winning the last few series, dropping a couple of games I didn't care to drop. Like, we dropped one in Arizona, dropped one against St. Louis, which I get. You're going to lose games. It's going to happen. I completely understand. Those are games that frustrate me the most, though, is when you got teams that are no longer in playoff contention. I just feel those all should be won. I don't care. Once again, I do understand they're major leaguers. It's very hard to win in this league. But I'm excited. I'm not gonna be one of those "this is our year" guys, but I am definitely excited. Definitely prepared to be extremely let down in the postseason. But I think this is the best chance we've had in a very long time. And the Dodgers being whatever they've been lately has been nothing but helpful to our cause. So I'm excited. Just locking in. I'm locking in for baseball postseason.
I kind of wish I could be that excited for baseball. Just can't. Just can't do it right now. I will go back to the Savannah Banana thing. It was cool. I saw a couple of the videos. It was cool. They brought Ubaldo Jimenez out on the mound, and they also brought Vinny Castilla out to bat. So that was kind of cool to see Vinny and Ubaldo. Ubaldo, the only, by the way, only no hitter in Rockies history. So that was cool to see him. And I guess what I'm still watching or beginning to watch, I guess still not watching is a bad way, but some of the NBA has released their schedule. It'll be a lot of it is like the Christmas, like they just skipped pretty much the whole thing and went to like the Christmas schedule. Obviously, the Nuggets will be hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves have been a just a kryptonite for the Nuggets. They cannot get past that team. And obviously the Timberwolves, Western Conference team 2 years ago made a deep run last year. So we'll see what they are able to do this year. Opening night, you got, Warriors, of course, stupid Lakers, Rockets, Thunder, kind of, a lot of players switched teams in the offseason, Mark. So they're kind of maybe building new rivalries. Obviously, Rockets and Thunder, you have the Thunder defending champions. Rockets now with Kevin Durant going back to OKC for their home opener. How about that? Giving the Thunder their rings in front of Durant. I know he has 2 with Golden State, but still kind of a little slap, maybe a peck in the face, maybe not a full slap, maybe a fist closed something. But yeah, kind of
nice little jab.
Yeah, kind of throwing it in his face there. But so we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited. Broncos and Nuggets both play on Christmas Day here in Denver. So that'll be hopefully a fun holiday.
Yeah, no, that sounds fun. And back to the season opener, like you said, I wouldn't say it was a major slap in the face, but it's a nice little kickback, nice little jab to get at him, kind of like, a welcome back, bitch, kind of thing. So that's gonna be kind of fun to watch. Always love watching the Christmas games. I don't really particularly care who's playing. I love watching any Christmas game. It's always a good time, and they usually show out. So
yeah, and they need to bring back like the special Christmas jerseys. By the way,
Celtics had some of my favorites.
I wasn't really a fan of the long sleeve ones that they wore.
Yeah,
but I'll pull it up here. But yeah, they're definitely the old Christmas jerseys.
No, I like that. It's and who doesn't love getting festive? Like, it's a good time.
Yeah. So they've had different ones, but it was like a cool, like cursive type of jersey that they wore on Christmas. And here, I'll put it up on your screen here in a minute. But yeah, I wasn't too much of a fan of the long sleeve ones, like we mentioned. So here's the Christmas. I don't know what year this was, but yeah, definitely the Christmas jersey. So there you go. Those are pretty cool. I like the font, and they only wore it on Christmas. And on the back, it had like obviously the NBA logos on the back, like close to the neck, and they had like a snowflake for Christmas. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. I very much like those uniforms, and I think it'd be fun if they brought those back. And like I said, the Celtics had some of my favorite.
Yeah, so we can only hope for a Christmas gift like that. All right, Mark, anything else you're watching?
That'll do it. Continuing from last week, my football, everything football. Not particularly preseason games, but just kind of watching kind of who's making the roster, getting to peek in on that, and then gearing up for college. So I'm excited.
All right, there you go. Yeah, just right now, WNBA, and pretty much it. Yeah, I'm glad there's only 3 preseason football games now. That makes it a lot better.
Same.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, so let's transition. Again, we'll have better produced segments hopefully soon, so you won't miss a thing here. But we're going to transition into our entertainment side of things. Last week we spun the wheel, and we actually got whole different categories, different everything, different genres, different everything. Mark was scheduled to watch Office Space, hilarious comedy, and I was scheduled to watch the pilot of Hawkeye. The Marvel series came out a few years ago. So, Mark, why don't you kick it off?
First and foremost, obviously watching this now, being a 90s kid, I might be a little biased, but I loved how 90s this movie was. I loved seeing all the old computers and printers and phones and things like that. I think that was funny to me in itself. But I loved it. It was a great movie. If you hate your job and just loathe going in there every day, definitely watch Office Space. One of my favorite parts was Milton getting his get back and burning that whole thing down. And my favorite character is Lawrence. I think having a friend like Lawrence is always a must. You need a guy that just says fuck it, or fucking A, right? Like that's what you need in your corner. Obviously, the Ghetto Boys, and damn, it feels good to be a gangster. That one in that movie is funny, coming in wearing flip flops and unbuttoned shirt. Awesome, enjoyed it. 2 thumbs up. Definitely would recommend. It was a fun movie to watch.
Yeah, some fun facts. Obviously, Ron Livingston is the main character. Obviously, like Band of Brothers and stuff like that, he was in. One of Jennifer Aniston's, by the way, first movies that she did. And yeah, her Pieces of Flair is always funny. And yeah, that I might do this next Friday, Mark, and that's crank up Ghetto Boys and beat the shit out of a copier with a baseball bat. So that might be coming. That might be coming here next week.
It's a good
but yeah,
time. Make sure you record it.
Yeah. And then one of the other favorites, and it's funny because the dude's name is Michael Bolton, by the way, one of his friends who works in the office. And I think it was like one of the opening scenes. He's in his car on the way to the office, and he's just laying down a track, rapping every word to a song, and then he looks over and some dudes are looking at him, and he kind of rolls up the window and locks the door. But yeah, I mean, funny movie. Milton, you might not recognize Milton, but he's been in a crap ton of movies. He was in Dodgeball. Yeah, my red stapler. It's funny, like there's a glitch in the payroll, so he kept getting paid, and we just fixed the glitch. Yeah, and then I forgot their names, but they had the same Bill and Bill, maybe, or the two consultants.
It was the Bobs.
The Bobs, yeah, they came in. I mean, dude, if I could get away with what Ron Livingston's character got away with, I mean, so awesome. And they're there to fire everyone, and he's really not answering any questions. And he goes, "You're gonna be above about 20 people." Yeah, and then he comes in like, yeah, Hawaiian shirt, skins a fish on his desk. He just takes out the screws of the cubicle and just, yeah, great movie. Like,
yeah, and then obviously, when he does come in with his attitude and drops the whole cubicle. Yeah, if you could actually, I got a meeting with the Bobs. He goes, all right, we'll get this cleaned up for you.
Yeah, Lumberg.
Lumberg, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, we're gonna need you to come in on Saturday.
That'd be great.
All right, Peter. Yeah. Yeah. Great movie. Yeah, the Bobs are funny. It's just, yeah, all around pretty solid all the way through. And again, I forgot to preference this segment by saying if you have spoilers ahead, if you haven't seen these movies, Office Space came out like 98, so you are missing a lot if you haven't watched that one yet. But yeah, you ever have a case of the Monday? No, shit, no, man.
I reckon you get your ass beat for saying something like that.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend it as well. Yeah, so I had to watch the pilot of Hawkeye, obviously a Marvel series starring Jeremy Renner, Haley Steinfeld. Love Haley Steinfeld, by the way. I don't, she's been in some stuff. I mean, I don't know, obviously, her full. I celebrate her full catalog. Office Space reference there. He's like, do you listen to Michael Bolton?
Celebrate his whole catalog.
I celebrate his entire catalog. But yeah, she's an outstanding actress. I mean, everything I've seen her in is great. Again, if you haven't seen her in Sinners, obviously outstanding performance in that as well. She's been in the Pitch Perfect movies. I want to say she's in this show for like comic relief because I mean the one-liners she drops are just hilarious. But again, if you don't know the story of Hawkeye, obviously I mentioned Jeremy Renner's in this, Haley Steinfeld. Her mom is actually played by Vera Farmiga, who is Lorraine, how do you say her name? Lorraine Warren from the Conjuring movies. So she's in this movie as well. I mean, this ties in so many different, I would say universes, but so many different other storylines. It ties in Kingpin from Daredevil. He's in this. It ties in. I don't know if you know who Maya is, but she got her own show called Echo because she's deaf. She has her own spin-off series as well called Echo. Go check that out as well. So it ties in Daredevil. It ties in Black Widow. Yelena, Black Widow's sister, played by Florence Pugh. Love her as well. I mean, she's just terrific in it. She was in that Thunderbolts movie. She was in the Black Widow movie. She's Natasha Romanoff's sister, Scarlett Johansson's sister in the Marvel storyline. Again, she's hilarious. When her and Haley Steinfeld character get together, it's just you're laughing. It's just back and forth quips. I mean, they beat the hell out of each other. And then she goes, yeah. I mean, I can't do her Russian accent, but she goes, yeah, you did that body flip thing. That was cool. That was fun. So stuff like that. Their back and forth is really fun. But anyway, the premise is Jeremy Renner is in New York City. It's Christmas. I mean, it has a sense of like Home Alone to it because they're in New York. It's Christmas. They're playing the old school Christmas songs and stuff like that. Jeremy Renner. It takes place like right after Endgame, so like right after the blip. So everyone just kind of got restored, I guess, for lack of a better term, when Thanos clicked his fingers and made half the universe disappear. So and again, Yelena basically has one. It's only 6 episodes, so it's really. I ended up watching the whole series, by the way. So I'm going into a lot more of just the pilot, but I would definitely recommend it. Again, Jeremy Renner's back. I'll be home for Christmas vibe as well. He's trying to get home for Christmas. He's in New York City with his kids. Linda Cordellini is in it, obviously as his wife, and he has to send his kids home because he runs into Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld, and she started this whole thing with the tracksuit mafia. I don't know if you watched Endgame or Infinity War, but he was wearing like a ninja suit. That's when Black Widow found him killing all those people. The suit resurfaced that he was wearing at a black market auction, and she wears it and kicks the crap out of a bunch of dudes, and everyone thinks the Ronin is back. That was Jeremy Renner's, I guess, alter ego when he was killing a bunch of people after Thanos. So definitely recommend it. Again, it ties in so many different storylines. Again, Kingpin, Daredevil, Black Widows, all of it is kind of tied into this to this. So I would definitely recommend this series. Again, it's only 6 episodes. It's super short, but if you could fit it in, get it in, because it's and Jeremy Renner's solid. He's solid.
Yeah.
Again, Hawkeye, obviously not the most exciting exciting superhero, but I would definitely recommend, obviously, the pilot, which I was really only supposed to watch that, but I had watched it since it came out, Mark, so I was like super into it, and so I finished the whole series in one sitting. And again, it's short, 6 episodes, but it ties in so much. So if you're doing like a Marvel movie marathon, like watching all of them in order, I would definitely Google or I think Disney has them in order. I would throw this in there because it ties in so much.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, when you said Hawkeye, because I never watched the show, I was like, so that might be rough because he's not the most exciting, superhero, and not in a whole lot. But I never read the his comics anyway, so I was a little worried for you. I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I mean, anything Marvel anyway. Like I'm not shutting it off anyway. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite Marvel series now. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it continues the storyline, continues the timeline, and again, it sparks so many different other storylines as well. So, excuse me. So, I would definitely recommend it. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to see what our assignment is for next week?
Let's do it.
Yep. So if you're new, we are going to spin the wheel here, and for some reason, the video gets really, really slow and really choppy when we bring up the old wheel here. But here we go. So we spin the wheel. If it lands on movies or TVs, we dive into genres. We dive into how many episodes we have to watch. Excuse me. So, Mark, I think I went first last week, so you're going first this week.
Let's go. Rock and roll.
Let me know when you're ready.
Do it to it. I'm ready.
Man, you just can't get away from movies.
I really wanted a TV show this time.
All right, so you are to watch another movie. Now we dive into movie genres. Let me know when you're ready.
Let's get it.
So genres, we got, there you go, sports, Marvel Madness, horror, comedy, action, cartoon. And there you go.
Sports, that'll be fun.
A sports.
Dude, I usually get action or comedy, so.
A sports movie. See, last week we embarrassed ourselves and didn't have one of the categories. Are you ready?
Let's go.
There you go.
Love that movie.
All right. Definitely a classic sports movie. And obviously this is the one
I watch it every spring.
Yeah, and this is the one you can't watch on normal TV because it's not even worth it because they edit so much out. And
gotta get the full effect.
Yeah, and in the words of Frank Caliendo, they use replacement words, and it's just terrible. So yeah, you definitely got to watch the unedited version, if you will, when it comes to Major League. And obviously, I think there's like 3 Major Leagues now. The first one's the best.
Agreed. First one's the best. Second one's tolerable. Third one, I don't know.
All right, my turn. Let's spin the old wheel. Oh. Ooh, I got a movie. Yeah, by the way, this picture is for movies. The other picture is for TV shows. So
I thought you got another another show. I was like, I'm jealous.
All right, here we go. Let's do a genre we are to watch. Well, at least it's not sports. Ooh, probably my second favorite genre right here, to be honest with you.
I'm just glad we both got something new this time around.
Yeah. All right, did not mean to do that. Again, this is like so laggy. Apparently, this wheel spinning is tough business for computers. So ignore that spin. There better be a horror. There better be a horror folder. I don't think there is. Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
Did we do it again?
Oh, no.
I don't even know what this is. Oh, I don't think that's finished either. Yeah, there is no horror.
Hold on. I'm going to call an audible. Because I like this. So I'm going to Google horror movies. The first one to pop up is what you are destined to watch.
Hold on. Let's just make a new wheel on while we're on. Again, this website is like super laggy. So yeah, give me the top like 5 or 6 that show up on that. We're just going to do impromptu editing while we're here.
Okay, I'm just going off of a random best horror film list. So the first one on there is A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I threw The Conjuring in there because I like The Conjuring.
Second one is Scream. Third one is Friday the 13th. And then Halloween, the original. And then Poltergeist.
I don't know if that's how you spell stuff. How do you spell, hold on.
Stand by, we go back up. Poltergeist.
All right, so we're going to make an impromptu. How is this one of my favorite genres when we don't even have a folder?
I was going to ask that, but I was going to wait till we were done recording to ask that.
Noobs. All right, so now we have it. Let's spin it.
Classic.
Oh, ooh. So the reason I added this while we were doing it is because I want to watch it. It's a newer one. So excited to watch it. Al Pacino's in it, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
I think Al Pacino's in it. I could be just totally talking out of my side of my face, but I want to say Al Pacino's in it, and I think I'm gonna have to rent it for $3.99 on Amazon because it literally like just came out, and yeah, it is Al Pacino. So also Bring Her Back. Yeah, Al Pacino is in this movie. Any type of like exorcist type thing, I'm always down for, and stuff like that. I want to see Bring Her Back. I don't know if are you a horror fan, by the way?
I mean, yes and no. I don't like to go to bed with the light on if I don't have to, but I also don't mind a decent scare.
Yeah, so what I recommend also that's on Netflix is called Let Me In. So I want to see Until Dawn as well. That one looks pretty good. But Let Me In, kind of just a new thing that we've never really seen before in like the horror genre. So that one was really good. Bring Her Back. I want to see that. That's for rent right now on Amazon as well. There's just so many out there that I would either recommend or want to watch still. Weapons is in theaters. It just came out this last Friday. That looks super good. And again, I think Sinners is more of a, I don't know if it's really horror, I think it's more of like an action drama. I mean, I guess it could be horror depending on how you look at it, but definitely recommend that movie as well.
Maybe more suspense type thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that kind of category would fall into, but yeah, I would definitely recommend that one as well. And I love the Conjuring universe, so I just mentioned Vera Farmiga, who's in all those Conjuring movies as well, the whole Annabelle storyline. So, by the way, speaking of Annabelle and the Warrens, did you see that Matt Rife bought the museum?
Yeah. Why do I feel like that's gonna turn into a big joke that might bite everybody in the ass?
Well, he's gone with like Zach Bagans. I don't know if you ever watch Ghost Adventures. He's gone with a lot of like these, I guess, famous ghost hunter teams on like stakeouts and stuff. So he's into it. That'd be Me and my brother thought about like buying a bunch of equipment and going to like abandoned places, but never did. That's maybe why I like the horror genre so much too.
It's a hard pass for me. I'll watch somebody else do it, but I won't do it. Like I fear no man, but ghosts and things like that aren't on that list because I can't punch them back.
Yeah, definitely some crazy things out there. By the way, tonight I'm super excited for Alien Earth to be premiering on FX and Hulu. A new series. Obviously, if you watch the Alien franchise, you know what I'm talking about. Sigourney Weaver is not in this show, I don't think. It looked like Timothy Olyphant is in this series. Love him as an actor. He was in a couple episodes of The Office, what is that Western he was in? He's in like some Western. He was in Mandalorian as well. So terrific actor.
It was The Harder They Fall he was in.
Yeah, there was this one Western show he was in too. I want to say Shameless, but that's obviously the one with William H. Macy. But it's something like that. It's like one word, I want to say. Maybe it starts with a T. I don't know. But anyway, terrific actor. I'm super excited for Alien Earth premiering tonight.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I think it'll be a good show. I'll be at work.
Yeah, Ridley Scott's still working on them too. So he's one of the executive producers. He produced a lot of the Alien movies, like later ones like Alien Covenant and Prometheus and all kind of the spin-off stuff, Alien vs. Predator, all those. I mean, if you have FX, they've been just doing a huge like Alien movie. If they're not doing a Marvel movie marathon, they're doing Alien because it looks super cool. So maybe I'll report back on episode. Maybe I'll write a review or something for the website as well.
There you go. I like that. Then make sure let us know because I won't be able to catch it. Make sure let us know next week how it's looking, how it's shaping up. All
right, Mark has to watch Major League, a classic. It's like 1980 something that came out, but terrific. Charlie Sheen, Wesley Snipes. I mean, terrific cast.
Tom Berenger.
I just laugh when I think about it because it's
fun. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, so we will see. What is this Olay? We'll report back on that. And then obviously I have to watch The Ritual, which I'm super excited. So now it does give me an excuse to freaking rent it from Amazon.
There you go. But go. Like I said, one day we'll be able to say that this show will pay for it.
Maybe. But that's going to do it for us here on the Mark Went on the Mic here on elevation5280sports.com. Hope you all enjoyed it. Again, get involved. You could text the show as well on the number that's going to be scrolling on your screens here soon. Go to our Facebook, X, Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe our YouTube story, our YouTube channel as well. You can follow us on Instagram at Elevation 5280 Radio, at Marky Sexton. I'm at Sports Junkie 25 on X at 5280 Sports Radio, but that has been changed to 5280 Sports Life. I'm at Michael Spillin. Again, subscribe to YouTube as well at 5280 Sports Radio. Leave a comment or text us, like I said, 720-375-2341 if you want to get involved. whether it's sports talk or spinning the wheel. You could do whatever. This and multiple pods on the network brought to you by Pikes Peak Sports Cards as well. Mark, any final thoughts before we get on out of here?
Glad to be back. Folks, tune in. We're having a lot of fun.
All right, that's going to do it for us here. For Mark, I am Michael. We will talk to you next week.